we're not just talking about community, we're also talking about events. And right now, still as a volunteer, you're running a large event that grew global. And I think the last one before the recording that we are doing today was like a month and a half ago in Madrid. And the event is called Nerdearla.
Nerdearla, yeah. I know it's very. Whenever if we ever do it in the US or in any speaking English speaking country, we'll have to rename it or to make sure people understand the meaning. So the root of the name of the event is nerd. We are all nerds. We are happy. Like we are proud to be nerds. Nerdear would be like the verb, like again in Spanish, to nerd, like to do something nerdy. Nerdear la is like to do like nerd it out, nerd it up, or nerd it out. So it's basically come and do something nerdy. And again, we are proud to be nerds. It's not a bad thing. We like it's not a discriminatory term in Spanish. So it's like yes, we are nerds. We do nerdy stuff, and that's the conference. It started again out of my own itch, as you were saying. What happened was that I would go to our bi-weekly meetings, being the only sysadmin in this company, and I will go with my laptop and ask people to help me out. Like, hey, I'm facing this issue. I cannot get around it. Please help me. So I will give them my laptop and they will try to help me, for example. But the thing that this was on a Wednesday, like 10 p.m. with many beers in, so probably wasn't the best time to try anything in production. So it was like, okay, maybe I need this, but during business hours with way less alcohol. So that was the genesis, the idea, how it started was like, okay, a day-long event during business hours where people can be next to each other and help each other. That was the idea. At the time, I didn't know that like co-working existed as a term or as a concept. So I framed it as the first sysadmin hackathon. It wasn't a hackathon. Nobody called it anything, but the first one was the first sysadmin hackathon. And we got 60 people to show up in person, again, 2014, out of which I knew 59, 58 of them. But it was good. It was today you will call it a meetup, although it was like from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. or something. We got one sponsor that gave us the venue and the like lunch for everybody, for the 60 people, and that was the first Nerdearla in Buenos Aires. The next year, and we recorded every talk and every workshop, and we put it on our YouTube channel. The year later, we had 150 people. Some of them had watched the recordings from the year before. They were interested. The keynote speaker of the first edition was the keynote talk was the state of DevOps in 2014. It was like the newest thing. It was when we were just rebranding from sysadmins to DevOps engineers.
So the event was called hackathon, but in
Yeah,
practice you had talks, like you had a keynote and you had talks in various topics that would be most interesting to sysadmins and people in tech focusing on operations kind of things.
exactly. But more than the talks, it was a co-working experience. So what was different about this event is that you will come. I didn't know how to call it, but pretty much what you came to do was to co-work with others. And then we had like these co-working breaks. Then you will go and watch a talk. You went back, co-work for another hour, then go for a half an hour to another talk. And that was the original schedule. But what was different, it was a co-working experience. And again, at least in Buenos Aires, that didn't quite exist, or I didn't know it existed. So the year after that, from 60 people, we grew to 150 and a bigger venue, and then a few more sponsors. And the other thing that's not unique but very particular about the event is that to this day, 11, 12 years later, is still 100% free for attendees. So nobody pays anything. We rely solely on sponsors. So it's a free conference for everybody. So from 150 in 2015, we grew to 350 the year later. Then, like, since we were doubling up, we expected 700 people maybe tops. In 2017, we got 1100. Uh, it blew up the place. Yeah, it was great, but the people from the venue hated us because there was a lot of people. Not the venue wasn't prepared for that many people, but it was a great experience. 2018, 1,800 people, and then 2019 we got to one of the biggest venues in Buenos Aires, and we were expecting 2,000 people tops, and we got 3,500. So we ran out of water. We ran out of like everything, batches, like food. Everything was chaos because we didn't know how many people to expect. And 2019 was so great that that December we decided to pay ahead to book in advance the same venue for 2020 because it was going to be even better, even bigger. So there was no way we could know that what was going to happen.